Yes, Aviral, we can start. So if sir, he can
Yes.
just switch on the camera.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Prajatantra 2025 knowledge session on urban governance and municipal finance. आप सबका स्वागत है हमारे आज के नॉलेज सेशन जो आज अर्बन गवर्नेंस और म्यूनिसिपल फाइनेंस के ऊपर है। पिछले पिछले वीक आपने हमारे साथ नॉलेज सेशन ऑन आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस ज्वाइन किया, जहां पे हमने बात करी कि कैसे हम एआई टूल्स को यूज कर सकते हैं, व्हाट आर द बेसिक्स टूल्स दैट वी हैव यूज्ड. So thank you for joining again today. As you all know, we are now moving towards our qualifying round coming in the week of September. So all the best, all the participants. As on behalf of the organizing team of Praja Foundation, National Institute of Urban Affairs, and UN Habitat, with the knowledge partner Vijal Institute, we request all participant we congratulate all the participants, those who are participating, because we are proudly representing uh, uh, all states and union territories across India. So feel proud to be a part of a National Youth Festival. So with that, I just wanted to start with today's conversations. Today with us, we have our speaker for today, our expert, those who will guide us. जो आज हमारे बीच में हैं, Mr. P.D. Hari Prasad, who is the former Deputy Controller of Accounts of Delhi Municipal Corporation, and being serving the Delhi Municipal Corporation and preparing the looking after the crucial of accounts, municipal accounting from last more than 20 years. So आज हमारे बीच में हरि प्रसाद जी हैं, जो हमको अर्बन गवर्नेंस और फाइनेंस के बारे में जरूर से आप सबके बाद में शेयर करेंगे. The objective of today's session is to discuss about basics of urban governance and municipal finance. So आज हम अर्बन गवर्नेंस क्या होता है, अर्बन क्या होता है, आपके ये बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस होंगे आपके मन में कि गवर्नमेंट कैसे फंक्शन करती है, हाउ इट इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम स्टेट गवर्नमेंट एंड सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, और व्हाट द हाउ वी प्रिपेयर अ म्युनिसिपल बजट. एंड आप सबके क्वेश्चंस भी थे जो हम नॉलेज सेशन से अटेंड कर रहे थे कि हाउ विल प्रिपेयर योरसेल्फ फॉर द पॉलिसी प्रेजेंटेशंस as well as the mayor speech competitions. So today we'll discuss about the mayor speech competition as well as the policy presentation. So for that, I request all the participants to raise as many questions that you wanted to do. Also, we request all participants to raise questions in the chat box so that we can answer and take questions in the Q&A round. The flow of the session will be, we will start with a short presentation on basics of urban governance and finance. And then we will invite Mr. P.D. Hari Prasad to share some knowledge about the basics of urban governance and how we can take it. To start with, I'll just wanted to share a presentation. And yes, I think my screen is visible. So just to start with, I know all of you are now well versed about what do you mean by urban specific. So to start with, let's talk about the three tier of governance. I know आप सब लोग अलग-अलग background से, you are from different backgrounds, representing all states, union territories, and states. So आपकी अलग-अलग states में अलग-अलग structures follow होते हैं. You are following different structures across India. We'll discuss about that. We'll discuss about the role of the three tiers specifically. To start with, as you all know, we have union government, the state government, and then the local self-government. Divided into urban as well as the rural government. We called urban government as a city government because we should acknowledge them as a city government. We'll use this term city government now forward. As you all know, all the government are responsible for 3 areas. So union government are basically responsible for administration of whole country. State government is responsible for their state specific matters. And the local governments are responsible for the statutory status of rural as well as urban. It also follows the three-tier, like municipal in urban areas. All these municipalities are also divided into Nagar Panchayat, Municipal Council, and Municipal Corporation. Like you have in the rural areas, the Jila Panchayat, Panchayat Samitis, and Gram Sabhas. So from now onwards, we have to remember we are only talking about in this competition about urban government or the city government. That means we are talking about Nagar Panchayat, Municipal Council, and Municipal Corporations. So आप सबको ये ध्यान रखना है कि हमारे जब हम थ्री टियर ऑफ गवर्नमेंट में बात करते हैं, यूनियन, स्टेट और लोकल गवर्नमेंट, इन दिस प्रजतन कॉम्पिटिशन वी आर ओनली टॉकिंग अबाउट द अर्बन गवर्नमेंट और द सिटी गवर्नमेंट. जो म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन, काउंसिल और नगर पंचायत की हम बात करते हैं। टू टेक द संरचना, आपको सबको पता होगा कि दी state governments and the central government role, they have a legislative role and the executive role. So they legislate as well as they have a executive head, those who execute. You have your president, Raj Sabha, Lok Sabha. In the central government or the union government, we have president, prime minister, council of ministers. We have state government, Vidhan Parishad and Sabhas, as well as the governor, chief minister, and means council of minister. But if you talk about our local governments, what are the responsibilities that they have? So it defines under the seventh schedule of the Indian Constitution that lays down what under the state list the role of constitution and power of local government. तो जो हमारे local governments है rural या urban, ये हमारे state list के अंडर में आते हैं. So that means all the constitution and power vested for the local government are derived from by the state government. So हर स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के अपने म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन एक्ट या म्युनिसिपैलिटीज एक्ट होंगे. सो आप अगर अलग अलग सिटीज से रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं आपके टीम को, तो आपको सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन होना चाहिए कि विच एक्ट डिफाइंस, विच स्टेट गवर्नमेंट एक्ट डिफाइंस और डिफाइन योर म्युनिसिपैलिटी, योर म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन और म्युनिसिपल काउंसिल और नगर पंचायत दैट यू आर रिप्रेजेंटिंग. So first question you have to ask and like which state, which act you are referring to. Because it's a state matter, the state government act will implement in terms of your city. As you all know, we also face very basic questions about what is urban. अगर हम urban की बात करें तो what is urban in term? So urban का मतलब होता है statutory town, जो जहां पे आप municipalities, corporations, cantonment boards या notified areas पाते हैं. For example, if you are representing any of the city, you can give example in the chat box as well by the name of the corporation that you are living in or the council or the Nagar Panchayat. You definitely will have a municipality with a statutory status. That means you are living in a corporation, a council or a Nagar Panchayat. I love to know about it in the chat box, what city or which corporation that you are representing. So if you wanted to share, please share in the chat box. Meanwhile, I will take this one. The other definition that defines urban is census towns, where we have a minimum population of 5,000, at least 75% working in male population working in non-agricultural activity, and the population density. That defines urban. So these are two basic definitions of urban. In the Urban Regional Development Planning Formulation Implementing Guideline, there are classification of towns as well. So small towns होते हैं, हमारे medium towns होते हैं, we have large cities, we have metropolitan cities and megapolis. So this defines all these classification. As you can see in the column where governing local authorities, we have clearly mentioned the statutory status. Nagar Panchayat, Municipal Council or Municipal Corporations or the Metropolitan Planning Company. So as you have to focus on, आपको पहले यह ध्यान रखना है कि जिस भी सिटी को आप रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, आप उसका स्टैट्यूटरी स्टेटस मार्क करें. And because you are representing that city, we request all of you to form or discuss or think about from now onward in the Prajatantra competition as a city government. Example, if you are representing Delhi, then now if moving forward, you have to work like or think about in the Prajatantra competition like a Delhi Municipal Corporation. If you are representing, let's say, Mumbai, then you have to think about Municipal Corporation of Mumbai. If you are representing Bhopal, Lucknow, and any other city across India, you have to think about whether you are a council, Nagar Panchayat, or a municipal corporation to start with. As you all know, we also have a constitutional recognition of the term the urban specifically that defines under the 74th constitutional amendment. It's also defined the role, the constitutional mandate that is there for the urban local bodies or the municipalities. So 74 constitutional amendment passed in 1992 talked about that we all urban areas should be classified into Nagar Panchayat, Municipal Council and Municipal Corporation. It also defines very important concept of principle of subsidiarity. Principle of subsidiarity means the work that is responsible or that is better delivered at a local level should be performed by the authority which is governing at a local level. So the closest to all the situation and the local problems are the city government, the Nagar Panchayat, Municipal Council, or the Municipal Corporation. So that you have to keep in mind. The 74th Constitutional Amendment also talk about regular conduction of election. It also talked about inadequate representation of weaker section by giving the reservations to the women. So we have cities or municipal corporation or municipalities where we have reservation up to 50%, like Mumbai and Delhi are examples, where we have 50% reservations for women. We have on an average more than 33% reservation for women across India in all states. It also mandates the state municipal finance commission. PD Hariprasad sir will definitely talk about state finance commission, how it is important. And it also talk about citizen participation lens. We'll talk about ward committees. So just to summarize, the 74 constitutional amendment made certain changes in the constitution and suggested all the states to amend their the state legislation. That means enact the municipality और the municipal corporation अपने अपने एक्ट्स में प्रोविजन करना कि वो मैंडेटरी इलेक्शन का प्रोविजन करें, रिजर्वेशंस का प्रोविजन करें, साथ ही साथ फाइनेंस कमीशन का प्रोविजन करें और सिटीजन पार्टिसिपेशन के लिए वार्ड कमिटीज का प्रोविजन करें. So it also majorly added one more very important part जो आप सबको ध्यान रखना है, and this is Prajatantra. We all wanted to focus on this as well, because it also talked about the 12th schedule, that is 18 function that should be devolved to the municipalities in Article 243W. ये कुछ ऐसे फंक्शन हैं जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में कहे गए 12th शेड्यूल में डाले गए, कहेगा स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स को टू डिवॉल्व ऑल दीज फंक्शंस टू द म्युनिसिपैलिटीज. So to start with, I request all the participants to map the 18 services that is mentioned here, 18 function that is mentioned here in your respective city. आज के नॉलेज सेशन के बाद आप प्रजातंत्र की प्रिपरेशन के लिए आपकी सिटी में जाइए. आपकी सिटी में इन 18 फंक्शन को आप 12 शेड्यूल के लिस्ट आपको मिल जाएगा. यू कैन फाइंड इट एनीवेयर. यू प्लीज मैप द डेवोल्यूशन ऑफ 18 फंक्शन. क्या ये फंक्शन आपके कॉर्पोरेशन करता है, क्या ये फंक्शन आपका डिफरेंट अथॉरिटी करता है, या डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी करता है, या कोई और पैरास्टेटल करता है. सो वी रिक्वेस्ट ऑल द पार्टिसिपेंट मूविंग फॉरवर्ड, please map the implementation of or the 18 functions in your city. How it will help, we'll talk about this as well. So as you all know, across India, the states should ideally devolve all these 18 functions to the municipalities, the urban local bodies, or the city governments. But unfortunately, no state government have directly devolved all these functions. They have mentioned in their respective Municipal Corporation Act, but not fully devolved all these 18 functions. So as in Praja, we mapped the status of 18 function across states and visited their capital cities to map the implementation of these 18 function, whether they are in like function by the municipal corporation, urban local bodies, or it performed by the different state agencies. तो हमने देखा कि all 18 function नहीं डिवॉल्व किए गए हमारी म्युनिसिपैलिटीज को. तो आपको ये ध्यान रखना है कि आपकी जो सिटी है वह सिटी में आपके जो 18 फंक्शन है वो कौन परफॉर्म करता है. सो फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर आपको सॉलिड वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट देखना है तो सॉलिड वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट आपकी कॉर्पोरेशन करती है या कोई एजेंसी. इन प्रजातंत्र ऑल द कंपटीशन, वी रिक्वेस्ट ऑल पार्टिसिपेंट, प्लीज केयरफुली लिसन, वी रिक्वेस्ट ऑल पार्टिसिपेंट टू रिप्रेजेंट एंड एक्ट एज योर म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन. तो आप कोई भी पॉलिसी, कोई भी डिस्कशन या बजट म्युनिसिपल फाइनेंस के लिए जो बनाएंगे या मेयर स्पीच प्रिपेयर करेंगे, ऑल द कंपटीशन यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड कि आप अपनी सिटी की कॉर्पोरेशन को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं. तो प्लीज मेक श्योर दैट यू मेक नोट ऑफ इट. To start with, all the Municipal Corporation Act also mentioned the two major things, the obligatory duties and the discretionary duties. How it is important? So all obligatory and discretionary duties of the corporation mention specifically what are the major key roles of the urban local bodies or city government across India. So you have to go back and check your municipal corporation or municipality act, that the city that you are representing, whether what are the obligatory that the cities are mentioning, also the discretionary function. Obligatory duties means the shall part talks about all municipal corporation or municipalities को ये फंक्शन करने ही करने हैं. आपको ये ध्यान रखना है कि जो 18 फंक्शन साथ ही साथ जो ऑब्लिगेटरी फंक्शंस हैं उनको वो परफॉर्म करने ही करने. अगर 18 फंक्शन आपके ऑब्लिगेटरी ड्यूटीज में भी डिफाइंड है तो आप उसको भी मार्क करिए कि ये ऑब्लिगेटरी ड्यूटीज हैं हमारी जो कॉर्पोरेशन या म्युनिसिपैलिटीज करता है. डिस्कशन ड्यूटीज ऐसी होती हैं जो में कॉरपोरेशन कर भी सकती हैं अगर वो करना चाहती है. इफ दे हैव फंड and they are fulfilling the obligatory duties, they can also do the discretionary duties as well. So please refer to your respective Municipal Corporation Act, Municipalities Act, and also map the obligatory as well as the discretionary duties. In your mayor speech, in your the policy presentation, as well as the other debate competition and all the competition, we will definitely mark or look after how you mapped your obligatory as well as the discretionary duties. For example, if you are representing a city which mentions their obligatory duties, the solid waste management, or let's say the town planning, then we request all of you to prepare yourself, your documents accordingly. You can also refer in your presentation that we have mapped the obligatory duties and discretionary duties while preparing for this Prajatantra. That will add to you. To do all of this, the government needs certain structure. And what's that structure? The structure is this. So all municipal corporation हमारे दो पार्ट में डिवाइड करते हैं, elected as well as the admin. That means we have elected wing as well as the administration wing. In elected wing, we call it deliberation wing. We have our elected mayor or the head of the elected wing, that is the mayor. कई जगह पे इसको अलग अलग नामों से भी बुलाया जाता है. आप महापौर सुनते हैं हिंदी में, आप सुनते हैं मेयर. ये मेयर भी दो पार्ट से डिवाइड होते हैं. कई जगह पे ये डायरेक्ट इलेक्टेड मेयर होते हैं, कई जगह पे इनडायरेक्ट इलेक्टेड मेयर होते हैं. तो आपसे ये भी रिक्वेस्ट होगा कि आप अपने अपने सिटीज में, व्हेन यू आर रेफरिंग टू अ सिटी, रिप्रेजेंटिंग योर सिटी, एक्टिंग लाइक अ मेयर ऑफ योर सिटी, do consider yourself as the directly elected mayor or as indirectly mayor. Think about that. So it also has councillors. So councillors are elected, they represent their respective ward. It also represent the constituency, that is ward constituency. ऐसा भी होता है कि कई जगह पे अलग अलग वार्ड्स में अलग अलग डिफिनेशंस डिफाइंड है. सो फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ यू टॉक अबाउट वार्ड इन दिल्ली, दैट मींस द वार्ड कमिटीज एज वेल. दिस डिफाइंस द कमिटीज सेक्शन. सो अगर मैं इलेक्टेड और डेलिबरेटिव विंग की बात करूं तो दे हैव मेयर, दे हैव इलेक्टेड काउंसिल एंड द मेजर रोल ऑफ कमिटीज. आप सबने सुना होगा हमारी पार्लियामेंट्री कमिटीज होती है, हमारी स्टेट लेजिस्लेशन की भी कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट कमिटीज होती हैं. Likewise, in the corporation or the municipalities, we also have certain committees. Hariprasad sir will definitely talk about the role of these committees, वो कैसे function करते हैं, what are the challenges they face, what are the role. In all the competition of Prajatantra, we request all of you to also consider that factor. Where we have two policy presentation competition, we request you to act as a chairperson of that committee. One committee, that is the standing committee. Standing committee role is to prepare the budget of the corporation or the municipality that you are representing. If you talk about the other committee, we have other statutory committees or subject committee that deliberate or discuss about the different policies as well as the discussion. Where we have an admin section headed by the commissioner. So all your city that you are representing will definitely have a commissioner, the administrative head, or different departments. So for example, if you are representing any municipal corporation or municipality, you also have to consider that your corporation is subdivided into different departments. These departments are maybe engineering department, health department, other major department. Please list down all these departments while you are preparing for Prajatantra competition. So we will talk about in detail as well about how these departments are responsible and what are the key roles they have. To do all of this, the 18 function, the obligatory, the discretionary, as well as the deliberation, the corporation or the municipality requires certain funds. Where will they get the funds? The answer is the local government also has a power to tax citizens. This power is with the central government or the union government, where we have income tax, central GST, customs, where we have other taxes. In state, we also have state examples like state GST, electricity taxes, excise duty on alcohol, and stamp duties. You must have heard about it. Similarly, the cities that you are representing also collect taxes. These taxes could be property taxes, the other taxes that they mention in the Municipal Corporation under the Municipality Act, and the non-taxes as well. That means the parking fees, the other user charges, the solid waste management charges. So please list down all these kind of taxes that your city is levying, also the non-taxes. Why it is important? I'll just link it to your answer. It is important to prepare your financial statement or the municipal budget. As the Prajatantra competition, we request all participants to also prepare their municipal budget. So this municipal budget will talk about the financial plan of your city. It talks about the income and the expenditure. It also talked about how it is important to plan your income as well as the expenditure to run your city like a government. We'll also talk about the what's the municipal budget talks about. So the municipal corporation budget will look like this. If you are considering any of the corporation budget, let's say if you are referring to, we request all participants to refer to the municipal corporation or the municipality act that you have. अगर आप अपने अपने सिटीज को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं तो हम आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे कि आप अपने शहर के, आपके म्युनिसिपैलिटी के या म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन के वेबसाइट में जाइए और डॉक्यूमेंट कलेक्ट करिए लेटेस्ट बजट डॉक्यूमेंट का. वाई इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट, उसको पढ़ना कैसे, हरिप्रसाद सर अभी आपको और भी डिफाइन करेंगे, बट हम आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे कि आपके बजट डॉक्यूमेंट्स को जरूर से रेफर करें. Why it is important? Because you will get to know about the income as well as the expenditure part. And also, you can directly link all of this to your competition. For example, if you are preparing for the mayor speech competition, we request and expect you to go through your respective budget documents, और आप उससे ही policies को define करें. If you are preparing yourself for the policy competition, we appreciate you if you can consider your policies according to the budget that you have prepared. आपको definitely municipal finance के लिए budget document बनाना ही है आपके budget corporation का. अब इस budget document को पढ़ना कैसे? How you'll read the budget document? You will read if you are considering 25-26 budget document, the latest financial budget document in the corporation, the municipality that you are representing, you will refer to the budget estimate. That means it plan ki kitna. It's an estimate of how the income will be look like, how we will do the expenditure. It also have 24-25 last year revised estimate, and also have an actual expenditure of the previous year, previous year. We request all participants now to refer to your budget, refer to the income and the expenditure part, so that you can prepare yourself for all these competition in the Prajatantra. With that, I'll just move forward with a discussion on why all of this is important and how in India all of these are functioning. So, for example, we will now take up discussions forward, and wanted to listen our the speaker for today, P.D. Hariprasad, who is the former Deputy Controller of Accounts, and be with us from overall several years, and discussing about various awareness and considering all of us in terms of understanding and giving us a basic understanding of how the corporation or municipalities function. Just to start with, sir, मैं आपसे कुछ एक बेसिक क्वेश्चन से स्टार्ट करना चाहूंगा. हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स ने जैसे अभी समझा कि अर्बन इज डिफाइंड इन वेरी स्टैट्यूटरी लैंग्वेज. ऑल जो सिटीज दैट दे आर रिप्रेजेंटिंग देयर म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन, म्युनिसिपल काउंसिल और नगर पंचायत, उनको उनके एक्ट्स को रेफर करना है. उनको अपने एक्ट्स के साथ साथ ये देखना है कि उनकी कॉर्पोरेशन या काउंसिल फंक्शन क्या क्या करती है, व्हाट आर द फंक्शंस दे आर. मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूंगा इस सारे स्ट्रक्चर को, एक कॉर्पोरेशन को कैसे डिफाइन करते हैं, वो आप अगर हमको बताएं तो प्लीज.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. I think I am audible to everyone. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any issue, please tell. Raise your hands. Okay. Now, coming to the urban governance, if we can say Delhi, if I am taking an example, we have three municipalities, three civic bodies working in Delhi. One is Municipal Corporation of Delhi, which is covering around 97% of the city. And the second one is New Delhi Municipal Council. It is not a corporation, it's a council because of the smaller area it consists. And we have a Delhi Cantonment Board, that is for the cantonment area, which is being separate for the defense important place. Okay, so every city will have an urban body, whether it is a municipal corporation, municipal council, or a Nagar Panchayat. When we are coming to the 74th Amendment of the Constitution, before that, there were only two lists prepared. That is for the state list and the union list, and a concurrence list where the state and union both can do it. Now, with the 74th Amendment, the third tier government, that is the local government, was given much importance. And in the Constitution itself, that is the 12th schedule, a list of functions has been provided, which need to be looked after by the municipality, because the municipality is the most strong government under all the three-tier governments. Every citizen, their everyday needs, their health, their security, their requirements, everything is being looked after by the municipality rather than a state government or the union government. Because the union government looks after the policy things, and the state government has a large area to look after, and day-to-day matters. If you see the obligatory and discretionary functions of any municipality, take your city for example, then the obligatory functions are almost similar, as well as the discretionary functions for all the municipalities. It starts with the primary requirements of, the sanitation and cleanliness is the first one. Every municipality has a primary function of their sanitation services. Then comes public health. There's a vaccination, inoculation, stores. That is preventing spreading of dangerous diseases, checking water supplies, and the quality of the water being supplied, drainage system, and all these things comes under public health, along with that of the veterinary services, horticultural services. These are the primary requirements. Street lighting to ensure that there is no dark spots, places for disposal of dead, that is cremation grounds, and registration of trade practices, regulating the trade practices. These are the common obligatory functions that comes under any municipalities. Now, if we are saying of this 12, all the 18 functions listed in the 12th schedule, it is not available to all municipalities. Because it's a state master, a lot of functions are being looked after by the state, and there are duplicacy also. Some of the function the state also does it, and the municipality also does it. Just like the education, if your municipality have primary schools, municipal primary schools, then the state government also will have primary schools. Then the municipality have dispensaries. The state government also have dispensaries. There are a lot of functions which both are doing it. Okay. And now what Aviral shown you of the coming to the functions and the fund requirement to discharge all these functions. Every government work on taxes. Every government, whether it is the union government, whether it is the state government, or whether it is the municipality, all the governments works on taxes, because that is the earning, the taxing the people for whatever the taxes that has been approved. And apart from the taxes, the earnings come from charges, fees, and fines. The charges and fees have a distinct characteristics, that these are charged against a service. That is that apart from the tax, when the tax is not charged against a service, a property tax is charged just because you have a property in the city. Income tax is charged because you are having an income group which is coming under the taxable ambit. Or a GST because you are taking a service, or you are taking a goods, so it is taxable. So you are not getting out of anything. In case of taxes, you are not getting anything in return. But in cases of fees and charges, it is against a service, whether it is parking charges, whether it is water charges, whether it is electricity charges, or any type of charges. And for fees, whether it is a license fee or any other type of fees, it's against a service. Now, how much money the municipality gets? The list given by the government, that how much tax can be the municipality impose, it is very limited. We can impose an electricity tax. We can impose a tax on duty on transfer of properties, or we can have an electricity tax. We can have, say, theater tax for shows. We can have a tax on animals or vehicles. That means the manually driven vehicles, not motorized ones. Okay, these are the taxes that can be collected by the municipality, and these are very limited. It does not form not even the 30 to 40% of the total fund requirement of the city, because you cannot tax people more just because they are having a property in an area. You cannot make an exorbitant tax. Okay, if, just like income tax, when your income increases, then you can tax. So you're comfortable. If you have less income, you have less tax. If you have more income, you have more tax, and you have to pay it out of your income. So in case of property tax, it is not, because you are paying just because you have a property there. Okay, so it has a limit. So from where the fund will come? That is where the finance commissions comes into picture. The Constitution of India provides sharing of funds between the union government, state government, and local bodies. Whatever the funds collected by the union government, that is taxes collected by the union government, they have to share a portion of that to the state. And the same thing with the state. Whatever the state collects, they have to share a portion of that to the local body. Then how much to share? There is a question. Every 5th year, there will be a finance commission. There is a CFC, Center Finance Commission, which study and make a recommendation to the government. You have to share this much to the state. And there will be a State Finance Commission, which is called SFC, that recommends how much of the funds the state collects had to be shared with the local bodies. So the major funding of any local body comes from the state, either from the state or the union, because the union government also provides funds directly to the local bodies for the infrastructure development as per the Center Finance Commission recommendations. Now, coming to budget, that is the last one that I have to tell you. The budget preparation, budget is a planning actually. We also have, when we are at home also, we need to prepare our budget. If it is not for the annual budget, it is the monthly budget. I will get this much over a month. Then I have to make all these expenses. There are some fixed expenses, just like rent, electricity and utilities payments, and then other expenses, just like
Yes, so sir, explaining about the budget. So as he's explaining about the how it is important for you all of us to understand budget specifically. So it defines as the estimation of your income as well as the expenditure. It also defines how it is important for a corporation to set their priorities for the year that we are talking about. So as I can see all the chat boxes as well, we just wanted to clarify that you all have to refer to your respective municipal corporation or municipalities budget. But you can, while preparing for this competition, you can definitely tweak these numbers. We are not asking you to directly take all these numbers. It's just for you to refer and prepare for the competition. Yes, sir. We can hear you.
yeah, you can hear me.
Yes.
From a network went off. Okay.
Yeah.
So when we are preparing a budget, even if at home, so it is categorized into 3 parts. Number one, the fixed expenses, which need to happen, which we call obligatory. In the term of the municipality, if urban body, we call it obligatory. So we have to, it is the expenditure that we have to make anyway for the obligatory functions. Okay. Second thing, that to improve our life.
Okay, we may set separate for purchasing clothes. We need a new shoes or something like that. We may have provisions for that. So at home we used to keep that budget. So municipality also then keep budget for the improvement, but first after the obligatory functions. The first expenses that we used to do is for the obligatory functions, first provision. Second, for the improvement, quality of life improvements, and then comes the events. That is good. Just like we have marriage functions at home for relatives or some other expenses where we need to have special clothes or so on, or we need to whitewash the house, or we need to change a door or something. We need, or we want to add a separate room at our home. That is infrastructure development. Okay, these things comes as a third time. Okay, that is how the budget is prepared. The first, we take demands from the departments. For the obligatory functions, what are the expenses you need? Then what are the new things that you propose that we are not doing the previous years, and new things that will add the quality of life of the people, or we have found some discrepancies for the during the past years which we would like to improve or we would like to remove this year. So what are that things? That is the second. And third is the infrastructure development. What is the new thing? What we need a flyover somewhere. We need to construct a footpath. We have a park. So we need to put this walkway on the park for the people to move for morning walk, and some open gym equipments in the park so that people can use it. Okay, this is how the budget is prepared. So when a budget is prepared, it is prepared well in advance. That means in the month of October, November, the budget is prepared for the next financial year. This is the right time. It is August, so we have started preparing our budget. So it will be finalized by October, November for the year 26, 25, 26 is what is happening. Then 26, 27, the budget will be prepared for the next financial year. Okay, because we already have a budget prepared last year. We prepared a budget for this year, that is 25, 26, which is running. Now, the act and the rules says if there is no provision in the budget, if you have not made a mention or any provision in the budget, then you cannot spend a single penny on that. So whatever we estimate, whatever we foresee, whatever we want to do, need to be planned beforehand, and we have to make provisions for all. That is how a budget is prepared, and it is not final. In the middle of the year, if something new comes up or new ideas comes up, then we can add to it. That is how the revised budget estimate works. If you have seen if you have gone through that that PPT, you can see there is BRB, revised budget estimate. You can revise the budget. Already what we have estimated the budget, we can revise it when we expect that the income what we have estimated is not coming through. Then we can reduce the expenditure accordingly, or a new idea came up, so we need to add it. So that normally happens in the month of December. The budget estimate and revised estimate, and these two are prepared based on the actual expenditure as done the previous years. That is why if you see any budget estimate, whether it is any government budget estimate, you can see these three columns. One is the actual expenditure of the previous year, which tell you actually what happened. Okay, so based on that, you can make an estimation, or you can revise this year's estimation, and you can make a further estimation for the next year. Now, if you are reading the budget, so there is a tip. When you are seeing the budget of when you see download the budget from the website, almost all the municipalities upload their budget on the website, or you can go to their office and get, because it's a public document. Once it is approved by the corporation, it becomes a public document, so everybody can get it. If you get the budget document, every item in the expenditure or the income is prefixed with a code. This code is called account head of account in in accounting terms. we call it head of account, because every head is important. Because the department, identify the expenditure by the head of account. Say, there is a head which says improvement of roads. We have kept, say, 50 crores. So the budget head is say 00120. It is for improvement of roads. Okay. Then when it comes to execution, you are not going to spend 50 crores in a single road. You are spending this 50 crores, so 3 lakhs from somewhere for improvement of footpath somewhere, 3 lakhs for filling up the roads, gutters, and so on. And dense carpet, that means that putting a new surface on the road, that may cost up 10 lakhs for other place. Okay. Or you are making a cemented line between the streets. Okay. So this budget is allocated out of this head of account, that is from this account code. Okay, so if you refer to this, so refer both the account code as well as the head of account. Okay, now any type of questions you can ask. If Aviral, you can say I missed out something.
Sure, sir. Just to summarize the discussion till now, we have discussed about the structure of a governance. So clearly defined the please consider yourself and identify your city, whether it's a municipal corporation, municipal council, or Nagar Panchayat. Please refer to the act that governs it. So, for example, if I can see a lot of in the chat box, a lot of cities that they are representing: Kochi, Mumbai, Lucknow, and other cities across India. So they have to consider the act first. As sir also said, refer to the obligatory and the discretionary function because that is important for the corporation to perform. And to do all of this, they need finances, they need budget. The budget documents will definitely talk about the income part. Income parts are the own sources of revenues that consist of the taxes and the non-taxes. So, sir, as sir suggested, you also have to refer to the budget documents and talk about income side as well as the expenditure side. To take the conversation, and sir, I just also wanted to understand from you how a corporation function, because being a part of this Prajatantra competition, they all are representing their cities and they will act as a mayor, they will act as a committee chairperson as well. So, sir, can you give us an example कि corporation actually में function कैसे करता है, house कैसे function होता है, और committees क्या होती हैं और committees function कैसे करती हैं?
Yeah, coming to that, the
two separate wings, what we say as the deliberative wing or the elected representatives, or then comes the executives. That is what was being shown there. The responsibility of city is on the elected representatives, because anything happens or anything does not happen, the mayor and the ward councillors are being blamed, not the executives. The function of the executive is, as the word says, execute what the deliberative wing says. What is the corporation says? Corporation means a group of corporators, the total corporators. Because all the powers are vested in the corporation, that means in the corporators as a collective group. The majority decision, whatever they take, that need to be executed by the executive wing. When comes to the mayor, the mayoral system, we have the mayor and council system in many of the cities, and we have just mayor in that is being the councillors elect one mayor among them is in some cities. Okay, and when many states give executive power to the mayor, when in many states the mayor does not have any executive power, they can just implement, they can just chair the corporation meetings, and they can just implement what the corporation decides. The mayor cannot decide anything as their own. That is the weak mayor. And we have strong mayors where the mayor and council, as well as the mayor who have executive powers, who can have this. And the budget is actually need to be approved by the mayor and the corporation. Okay, in many states, it goes to the state governments for the final approval, but the approval of the mayor is because the executive wing, what the executive wing does, they will just make a draft of a budget and present it before the corporation, because only a ward member know what is lacking in his municipal ward, what are the improvement he require in the municipal ward. An executive or an additional commissioner or any officer, director or anybody sitting in the office do not know what actually a common man require in a particular ward. Okay, so they have to discuss, they have to include the things which have been missed out, or they have to bring up new ideas, because they are the final authority to do it. When coming to the deliberative wing, that is the elected wing, there are committees. The committees are very important. See, in a corporation where we have 100, 200 members, all these members cannot meet regularly to take any decisions, because decision need to be taken on day-to-day basis. So you cannot, because a lot of things comes up. So you cannot wait. Every municipality, every act says the municipality need to meet at least once in a month. Okay, so you cannot wait if they meet once in a month. That is the minimum period. So you cannot wait all these decisions to be taken when they meet. So linger on all this for a month, or you cannot make all the people come and meet every week or every day. So there are committees. The committees are made out of the corporators, out of the elected representatives, to look into the day-to-day matters. There are statutory committees and also subject committees. Statutory committees are those which is need to be there as per law. The statute, that what is by the statute. Statute means law. As per law, these committees need to be there. It can be an executive committee, it can be a standing committee, and it can be an education committee, it can be a rural area committee, it can be an SC/ST committee. These are the committees normally most of the municipalities have as statutory committees. These committees need to be there. Out of these, the standing committee or the executive committee is the most important one, because they have been given powers to take decision on day-to-day matters. Okay, they are also called finance committees because they can also decide on financial matters. And normally these committees meet at least once in a week, and if required, they meet frequently, more frequently. Okay, because they have why it is called a standing committee, because it stands till the next committee take charge. That is why it is called standing committee. Even the corporation is dissolved, a election is conducted, then until election elected representative comes in, they constitute a standing committee. The previous standing committee stands when all other does not exist. The mayor does not exist, the other committees does not exist, but the standing committee exists. The subject committees. The subject committees have the elected representatives as well as nominated representatives from the city who do have expertise on that subject. Say it is education committee, whether it is horticulture committees, whether it is sanitation committee, or we need to have a lot of committees there. For every subject, we need to have a committee, so that when the committee means a smaller group of people, so they can discuss and meet regularly and take decisions. But the final decision will be of the standing committee and the corporation. Normally, what happens? All these committees will make their recommendations and put it before the standing committee. The standing committee, for if it is urgent matter, the standing committee decided there itself, or it will wait for the corporation to meet and then decide the matter if they can wait. That is how it works. And apart from this, we do have ward committees. Ward committee is the most important and the most basic requirement of any municipality, because only the ward people or the ward area council know the problems, issues, and how to resolve it and when to resolve it. So In many states, ward committee means chaired by the ward representative, that is the ward councillor, and then uh, registered NGOs, that means RWA members, registered RWA members, and subject experts. They consist the ward committees, and ward committees used to meet regularly. If when a municipality does not have a ward committee, that means it is lacking the opinion of the public at large, that we can say, because a public representative cannot express their views that much popularly when the actual people actually working on the ground, or actual people who are facing the issues, who will express their ideas. It is more important. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, sir, for in a very simple word explaining us about how the corporation or the committees function. I believe this actually helped all the participants. Just to repeat on what we are expecting in this Prajatantra competition from all of you. First, prepare yourself to represent your cities. So that means you are representing your city corporation, council, or Nagar Panchayat. Second, you also have to think about you are acting as a team and acting like a political party that is in the power. That means you have an elected mayor that represented him or herself in the mayor speech competition. Second, you also have to represent and prepare yourself as a committee chairperson. One is for the standing committee or the finance committee that Hariprasad just explained, because it is responsible to discuss about the budget. So you will prepare your city budget as well. Third, you will also have a policy presentation or certain thematic. You also have to prepare your policy considering all of this, your acts, obligatory function, discretionary function, and also your imagination, how you'll improve certain policies and discuss in the forum. So you will act as a chairperson and represent yourself in the competition. In terms of debate also, we have already given you the debate topics. You will definitely prepare yourself for the both the topics, and also think about as a team, what are the policy recommendation your party or your city will definitely do. So please consider that. And we also request during this process to also meet or visit or your municipal corporation website or meet your administration in your respective cities. Please meet, discuss, visit your municipal corporation office, your municipality office. Definitely go through the municipal corporation websites so you can prepare yourself for the competition. So with that, I just wanted to, sir, open floor for question answers. I request all the participants, if you are having any question, please raise in the chat box. अगर आपके कोई question, so we will have to answer on the basics of urban governance and finances. Your questions regarding the particular competition, my team will get back to you now onwards to answer your basic questions on what to prepare, how to prepare, and also about like specific competition details. So you can definitely reach out to the team, and my team will definitely reach out to you for more details on specific competitions. So if you have any question now on urban governance and finance, please ask. I can see a couple of questions. Udit asked about, is there any limit for the budget? So in our competition, we are not keeping any budget limit, but we wanted to consider one thing that definitely sir will explain, कि जितना आपका income होगा उस हिसाब से आपका expenditure pending है, right sir? Can you explain?
Yeah, that is right. Because when we are preparing the budget, the first part we prepare the primary thing what to used to see it, what is the income. Even if at home, we first we see how much money I am going to earn this month. Then only I can I can prepare an expenditure, because if I am getting 1 lakh a month, then I am free to prepare an expenditure for 1 lakh. If I have only 50,000 a month, then I have to restrict a lot of things and go for only the essential things. Okay, that is how it happens. The same happens with the municipalities. First we prepare the income part. That is what we do. First we prepare the income part. Then we have an idea of how much we can spend. Then first we go for the obligatory things, and then for the discretionary and the improvement part, and then again for the infrastructure part. That is how it is prepared.
Right, sir. So, as sir explained, we have to consider it is important to consider the income and the expenditure in a ratio specifically. I can see a lot of questions coming in the chat box. So one question is, our state doesn't have a budget for the municipal corporation, so I don't know what to do. There are also not giving us data. So please definitely reach out to my team as well. I request the team to help the team to get the budget document. If it's with us, please share that. If you don't have a budget document for a municipal corporation right now, you can also refer to the other corporation budget and try to understand and prepare your own budget. And how the key components, the income as or the key components, the object. Sir, Udit also asked the follow-up question. Can we borrow from the government? So can you just explain if अगर expenditure हो गया और income हमारा नहीं estimate है इतने कि हम नहीं कर पाए तो can we borrow? Governments can borrow, sir.
Yes, because the municipality is a legal person in the eyes of the court of law. Okay, so any legal person can borrow. The municipality can also borrow, but there is a limitation. Okay, there is a limitation that the municipality can borrow money only for capital projects. That is for implementation of an infrastructural project. We can raise loans, or we can issue bonds or debentures. The municipal bonds are nowadays very popular because tax-free bonds and a lot of purchase of these bonds. So these are the borrowing ways of borrowing, and municipality can certainly borrow, but not for paying salaries or day-to-day expenditure. Only for the infrastructure development, for doing something new. You need a flyover to reduce the traffic congestion. You need to improve your drainage system so that there may not be a waterlogging in future. So for those purposes, you can borrow funds.
Yes, sir. So do consider while you're preparing your budget, your speeches and other things, the component of borrowing as well. You can definitely borrow as a government. I have one of question about the realistic as well as the budget. I can see questions in the chat box. Do we have to design an obligatory duties and discretion duties on our own, or we have to refer to the selected city for the mayor's speech? So just to reiterate, you definitely have to refer to the act. You can refer to the act that the state, the city that you are representing. So, right, sir? Obligatory duties and discretion, they can refer to the acts. There is no need to form a hypothetical obligatory discretion duties. Archie asked, do you have to mirror our budget figures or with the real or existing, or we can do hypothetically? So just to answer, you can definitely do the hypothetical figures, but we request you to be as close as to the real numbers. Like for example, you can definitely think about your corporation budget to be a 15,000 crore budget, but idealistic, you should have an income and expenditure justification for that, right, sir?
Certainly, yes, because a lot of new ideas come up. How
Right.
can we increase our revenue? Because the revenue augmentation ideas also are great. Because the last time also we have seen out of the box ideas coming up to improve the revenue of the municipality, income of the municipality. Okay, so because we need creativity from you. You need to think apart from what we officials do, because we officials are normally bound by the rules and regulations. Okay, you are the real citizens who want to do good for your city. So use your total creativity, and how can you improve your revenue, and what are the things you want to do for your city. So please reflect it in your budget.
Yes, sir. Will the finance budget need to include funds allocation for AI policy? Yes. The competition that we are all the policies that you are preparing, even the OPED, even the debate and the other competition, the mayor speech competition, we definitely want you to think as a team and prepare your budget and discuss the priorities and also reflect something while you're proposing. So, for example, if you're proposing a policy for AI, artificial intelligence, that how we can incorporate help in solving certain problems, please definitely also discuss about the budget allocation. How you will spend, how your budget look like if you are introducing this policy. To definitely do that, I request all the participants to do that. Nikita asked, do we have to make a presentation considering the budget also, or just a people view on municipal problems? No, you have to prepare a presentation based on the analysis that you are doing in terms of their corporation budget, or consider yourself while you are proposing a new policy. In Shrestha, you can use the real-time statistics in your debate. Definitely, it will be useful for. You can, like Sakshi asked, in AI we will budget as well. Definitely, if you are proposing any policy, so please think about the budget component as well. Jay, it is not mandatory that you should definitely mention about the obligatory and discretionary function, but while preparing for your mayor speech, do consider yourself and refer to the mayor speech competition, considering your obligatory and discretionary duties in your mind. Alicia, will presentation is online or offline? Please, all the competition we are talking about, the qualifying and semi-final, will be online, and then we will have a offline finale as the last round. I think we already, sir, covered maximum answer. I can see one question. How can a mayor not step over the power and other, for example, commissioner and urban planning and housing laws, etc., because the power dynamics in competition is real? So, sir, it's just a basic answer. How mayor is important in terms of
The mayor, yeah, the mayor, as I have explained, we have the mayor who do have executive powers, and the mayor in council who have more powers than the mayor. And in some cities, the mayor who have no powers, but they can only chair the meeting of the municipalities. Okay, this is how it happens. And in government sector, when we are incurring some expenditure, because we are bound by the rules and regulations, when we are making some expenditure, we are paying someone, then first thing we used to see is who approved it. Okay, so when it comes who approved it, so everybody know how much, who can spend how much money. Okay, so that is the boundaries always are, nobody can cross the boundaries or overstep the boundaries, but the final authority, that is the ultimate authority who can spend the money or who can make policies and who can make decisions of the city, is the group of councillors, which we call the corporation, the group of house, the group of councillors who take a majority decision. That is the final, over and above the mayor, over and above the commissioner, and over and above everybody. That is it.
Right, sir. So, as sir explained, definitely you have to consider it. And couple of questions, last couple of questions. Does we have a show budget documents in mayor speech? And so as I said repeatedly, we request all participants to consider while you are presenting something, even in the mayor, even the policy presentation, do refer to the budget documents and propose it. Yeah, I think rest are already answered. I think one question about Loknetri corporation and municipal. So what the structure follows, what is municipal corporation? Then there is a standing committees, as sir explained, and then there are subject committees and the board committees which take certain decision and discuss it. So yes, it's already there, right? Please brief a little about policy on leveraging AI enhanced municipal services a little. Okay, so yeah, just to explain, what this year theme is about AI. So AI, as you all know, we are talking about municipalities or cities preparing themselves for better use of better technologies in terms of giving some municipal services. So we request all participants to think about, list down the services that are priority for your city, and think about solution by using or giving an example how an AI will definitely impact that service, municipal service. So that's the competition. For that also, you can think about solutions as well as refer to the budget document so that it talks about how much budget can be allocated for the probable solution that you are proposing. So do consider AI in terms of overall consideration, right? I think no more further questions I can see in the chat box. So Yep. So with that, sir, I thank on behalf of the whole team of Prajatantra and Praja Foundation, Institute of Urban Affairs, UN Habitat, and Vijal Institute. I once again thank you so much, sir, for the examples and the learning that you shared with us. So thank you so much. All the best for all the participant. आप लोग के जो भी क्वेश्चंस हैं, जो भी डाउट्स हैं, आप हमारे साथ भी रह सकते हैं. This is our today's knowledge session is just a beginner. Or just a beginning for you for explore the urban governance and the finances. We are there to help you. Please reach out to my team for any queries. You can reach out to us anytime, as we also request all the participants to prepare yourself focusing on the thematics that we have discussed. Also think about the budget, think about the act, think about the obligatory discretionary functions, think about you as a mayor, you as a committee chairperson, and as a representing your city. So please do that. And with that, I just wanted to thank and congratulate all the Praja staff as well as the Prajatan team to successfully conducting all these knowledge sessions for all the participants. I hope all these sessions are beneficial for all of you. So with that, thank you so much, sir, for your presence. And at the end, I request all participants to open their camera so that we can have a group photograph with sir for today's knowledge session. Over to Pratik for the group
Yes,
photograph.
Viral, I just want to say a few things to the participants.
Sure.
So, to all the participants, we have already mailed you the bylaws and also the contact details of the event coordinators. So, accordingly, you can coordinate with your event coordinators for any kind of help you need in your event, in your competition. Also, we are making groups, WhatsApp groups for particular events as well as a overall group for all the participants. You will get all the notifications there. Any announcement we are gonna do for you. So everything will be communicated throughout those WhatsApp groups. You can directly reach out to us. So we have Sahil and Kamla who are overall coordinating with the participants. So you can reach out to them. Their number as also shared with you all. So yes, guys. So all the best for your preparations and welcome to Prajatantra 2025. So yeah, we'll just have one quick photo with all of you. So yes, smile please, guys. Okay, one more. Perfect. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, sir, for your insights on this topic. It will be really helpful for all the participants. So yes, participants, you can leave this meeting now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Everyone. Yeah.
Thank you.